What's up guys, FM Campbell here, welcome to episode number 19 of the Aston Villa series. Crazy that we've reached episode number 19 already. So let's get straight into it. I'm not going to mess about. This is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter episode this episode. Obviously I'm trying not to bore you guys with repetitive stuff every single time in every single episode. So we'll obviously go through the fixtures and I've got a few bits of detail to go through with you as well. So we left you after the Victoria Pilsen game in the second leg of the Europa League knockout round, and we did actually win that 4-0 obviously, as you can see. So we won 5-1 on aggregate, and it meant that we played Atletico, which I will show you in just a second. Anyway, we returned to Premier League action before the Atletico game, and we actually drew 1-1, a really poor result against Middlesbrough. It was away at the Riverside Stadium, and Angelo Enriquez with the only goal for us. It was Albert Adamar that scored for Middlesbrough. So yeah, just a 1-1, so just a single point for us. Then, as I said, we had the Europa League second knockout round. We obviously, as you can see, drew Atletico Madrid. If you've seen the previous episodes, you might actually see that I actually said to you guys that I really didn't want to draw Atletico. It was the last team I wanted to draw, and yes, of course, that meant then we went and drew them. So yeah, we lost 4-2 away at the Vicente Calderon. I think that's where the Atletico play. The Vicente Calderon. Yeah, so we lost 4-2. Fernando Torres scored twice, which was annoying. Fernando, which I think is the Man City old school. No, it's not. It's the old school Shakhtar Fernando. Yeah, so he scored for them, as did Natko as well. Big brother Natko. Jack Grealish got both our goals and got a last minute 92nd minute second goal. So I was hoping that would prove to be vital with 2 away goals. If we can get like a comfortable maybe 2-0 victory at home, then yeah, maybe we could actually have a chance of progressing. So the 2 away goals were kind of crucial. But yeah, Jack Grealish got them both, so that's kind of good to see for him on the Europa League stage. So yeah, but 4-2, a little bit of a shame. It's going to make it tough for ourselves, especially in the home leg. West Brom, we then had another draw in the Premier League against our rivals West Brom. Yeah, no goals scored at all. We got 2 injuries in Enrique and Florenzi. I don't know if we got any injuries in these ones. No. Yeah, Enrique and Florenzi, but I'll go into the injuries and the time periods of them in a second. So yeah, only a single point in the Premier League. And then we had the second leg of the Europa League, second knockout round against Atletico, obviously. And we lost 3-2 this time. So yeah, they absolutely battered us at 7-4 over 2 legs. Balanta and Icardi with the goals, and then Abubakar got the hat-trick for Atletico. So yeah, 3-2 loss, 7-4 on aggregate. A little bit disappointing, but to get 4 goals against the likes of Atletico was kind of good. But that did mean that we were out of the Europa League, which I wasn't too concerned about. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the previous episode, I have mentioned that our goal was to reach the group stage, and we got through the group stage, through the first knockout round, and then into the second knockout round. And then to obviously lose against the likes of Atletico, I wasn't too disappointed. I think that's pretty good for us. We then finally got a win in the Premier League, and the only win of the episode, in fact. Yeah, we won against Liverpool. Comfortable 2-0 victory. Gaston Gil Romero and Angelo Henriquez with the goal. So yeah, 2-0 over Liverpool. Nice little 3 points. We've got quite a tough run coming up now with Tottenham, United, Chelsea and Southampton all to go through. So, but this is where it leaves us in the league. We're currently sat in 7th place. Everton are 2 points behind. We do have a game in hand though. Yeah, I think our goal is to still finish in the Europa League. Yeah, so we've got to qualify for the Europa League. So, I mean, we're not comfortably in it. I mean, if we win our game, we'll be obviously 5 points clear of Everton. But yeah, I mean, we could get into 5th place here if we win our game in hand. So things are looking up, but I am just aiming for Europa. That's all I'm aiming for at the moment. Well, obviously I want to aim higher, but the realism of us actually being able to reach these sort of stages, especially against Man City, will be quite tough. But we've got 7 games to go in the Prem, so we'll see how we get on. But we do have a big game against Everton, and we have some big games coming up, as I said, against some of the big teams, and the likes of Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea and Southampton. We've got Reading and Hull that realistically we should be winning, possibly Newcastle as well. So again, like last season, it's going to be a race against Everton to confirm Europa League places. And then depending on how we get on financially, how things go, we might see if we can push ourselves for Champions League. But it's going to be very, very tough. We're still a little bit off that yet. We've got some injuries to sort out and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So the Europa League, this is the teams then that were left over after that. They've had the quarterfinal already. Atletico have drew 0-0 with Wolfsburg, so we would have been playing Wolfsburg. Sociedad lost 2-1 to Shakhtar. Liverpool beat Arsenal 3-2, and Napoli beat Dnipro 3-1. Is that not over 2 legs? Yeah, so they got another leg, obviously. Yeah, so that's just the first leg. So you've got a second leg to come of that. So, I mean, yeah, a little bit disappointing. As you can see, Simone Scaffe with 9 clean sheets. And we're obviously out of the competition now as well. John Guidetti with 3 Man of the Match awards, joint second place. Jonathan Silva, they're in joint second place, really, with the amount of yellow cards. So, I mean, that's huge. We didn't concede in this competition for bloody ages. And I mean, yeah, bloody ages. We obviously conceded quite a few in the second knockout round over 2 legs against Atletico. Before that, we did concede 1 against Victoria Pilsen, and then in the group stage, I think we were Group A, yeah, didn't concede a goal. I don't think we conceded a goal at all. Oh no, we did against Randers. Randers FC got 1 goal, but other than that, 3-0, 2-1, 3-0, 1-0, 2-0. So plenty of clean sheets for Simone Scaffe. So very, very good for us. Obviously, we had the qualification rounds before that as well. But yeah, absolutely unreal. So moving forward, going to the squad, Ibe was in fact... Is it Ibe? Yeah, Ibe was in fact out for 3 weeks. He's only just come back, but yeah, he was out for 3 weeks, so we were missing him for this whole month pretty much. Man United are trying to unsettle Lucas Romero. I think we're going to have real problems with some of these players in the future, with other teams are trying to unsettle them. But yeah, Man United are trying to unsettle Lucas Romero. We had a really poor youth intake, and I mean really, really poor. Obviously that's not too long gone. So we'll do contract start date. Is there a start date? There is. So yeah, we've signed these 6. We've got Adam Shepherd. He's got reasonably good stats. The assistant thinks he's not too bad. It's fairly inconsistent performance. There's a lot of work to do with him. But yeah, I mean, he's got the marking could be better. His mentals are really, really poor. But again, this will all come with age. He's only 15. Signed a youth contract. He's probably the best one. I'd say maybe Ed Ball. Ed Ball's not too bad. He's got some good mental stats. Physical stats aren't too bad actually for a 15-year-old, but the technical stats really have to come on really, really quickly. Central attacking midfielder Ed Ball, so we'll see how we get on there. Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to approach others because I haven't really been able to throw money at players yet. So we've just been sticking with the ones that we've got. So I think next season and the season on, we'll probably look to really sort of invest in youth and get some youth players in from around the globe. Nicola Clements, centre midfielder. Again, youth contract. He's got good technical stats already. His mental attributes will come. His physicals are quite poor, so again does need work. But he's not a bad looking player. We've got Liam Davies, probably one of the worst players. I think this obviously most of these are going to be money makers in the long term, but really, really poor mentals, really, really poor technicals. But we'll see how we go with him. I kind of just trusted my assistant with the potential 2 stars. Ollie Sutton, again, another one that's not really that great. I probably wouldn't have gone for him personally myself, but for £80 a week, yeah, again, he was one of the best that they come up with. And this is the third one, Jason Thomas. Physicals aren't too great, needs to work. Mentals, not bad actually, I have to say. And his technicals, obviously, definitely going to need to come a long way. 16 years old, so he's one of the older ones that come through in the youth recruitment. But yeah, centre midfielder Jason Thomas. And that's all we took on. I actually let go everyone else pretty much. I terminated their trials. I just didn't think they were good enough. I don't want to waste my time with them. I'm trying to get rid of all the deadwood and not have too much deadwood on board. And any deadwood that we do have are going to be either making money or they're just not old enough to, or I think that I can get some more money for them basically. So that's why we have such a big under 21s at the moment. A lot of these players are out on loan. Still note to note, we've got Trash, Pilar, Isgro, Jed Steer's our second choice keeper. Cleverly, Powell, Arroyo, Luis Alberto and Fran are all to go out on loan. Hopefully make some money on them. I mean, if we add is the value in general? Might be contract. No, where's transfer? Here we go. So transfers, so the value. So we've got some in there already that have got a reasonably nice value that we can make some money on. Cleverly is definitely one that I want to cash in on soon. Carles Gill, probably look to sell him now. I was sort of umming and ahhing on what to do with him, but he probably will be sold. Doran Rotariu, we'll see what we do with him. It depends if we can bring someone in better, but he is very, very young. I mean, he's got loads of potential. So we'll see what happens with him. Some more that are reasonably good. Arluskas, we'll probably look to sell him soon. He's worth 4.4 mil. Your Sway, maybe bring him into the team next season. He looks really. I love his technical stats. His physicals need work though. So we'll see what we do with him. Luke Garber, I'd ideally like to have him as my backup left back next year if we can't find a better one. Obviously English has been the biggest bonus, and he can play right back too, which is good. Who else have we got? Yeah, Luskas we'll probably look to sell. Frediani, probably look to sell him at 2.5 million. Vaclav Pilar, we'll probably look to sell him sooner rather than later at 6.5 million value. Trash will probably loan out until we can get his value up. But he is 28, so we'll see what happens. Arroyo will look to get his value up. Luis Alberto look to get his value up. Nick Powell looks to get his value up. So yeah, it's probably Carles Gill. I mean, you can see like some of the money that we can get for some of these players when they return from their contracts. But we'll see what happens. In regards to the first team, yeah, like I said, it's not doing too bad. We've got a couple of issues with big clubs trying to unsettle players. Yeah, Man United are trying to unsettle Lucas Romero. Like I said, poor youth intake. And we couldn't really afford to steal any of the others as well. Some of them were really expensive this time round to steal some of the youth intake from other clubs. Vaclav Pilar, the guy that I mentioned a second ago in the under 21s, he is out for ages and ages and ages. Out for 3 months with a broken foot. Now I've had a broken foot and I was back in 6 or 7 weeks. So yeah, he is quite injury prone. Have a problem with injuries, but I liked him because he's got good stats. But when he joined, I couldn't believe it. His value was huge. So yeah, hopefully we'll look to get rid of him soon. Stop wasting our time. I'm worried that we'll get to a transfer window and he'll have an injury. But he should be back for the next window, so hopefully we can offload him, depending on his value. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Enrique is out for the season. He's out for the rest of the season. He has a broken ankle. He's out for 7 weeks to 2 months, so he's out for the rest of the season, like Pilar. Trash as well. This is why I said I'll let you know about injuries as well. He's out for the season. He's out for 7 weeks to 2 months. He has a torn hamstring, and I'm worried about that because it may affect his value even more. That's why I'll probably loan him out when he's back fit. We signed a guy called Fran. We signed a free transfer. He's going to be a moneymaker. He's only 21 years old. Going to loan him out, see what we can do with him. 650k value since he's joined. We'll see how we go. If we can make some good money, then it's always a bonus. What else do we have? Tyder. Or Tadar. Where are you? Let's do it like this way. Yeah, Tyder's joining at the end of the season. We signed him for 1.5 million. Not too bad at all. He's joining on the 9th of the 6th, which is this year, obviously when the transfer window reopens. 1.5 million. His value is already 2.9. I think when he joins, his value is going to be sort of 4 or 5 maybe. Maybe loan him out, see if we can push it up to 8. Maybe sell him for about 8 or 9 million. Easy way to make money. You don't pay any of the wages when you're loaning him out. So we'll see how we get on with him. Hopefully he will join. His value will increase. And yeah, make some money. Angelo Enriquez, the striker on loan, currently on loan from Man United. Yeah, he has got Player of the Month. Young Player of the Month. So things are going well. He's getting some goals, getting on the score sheet. He's got 4 goals in 3 appearances and 4 from the bench. So not too bad. Average rating of 7.2 over the season, 7.28 in the last 5 games. I mean, I really like this guy anyway. I tend to try and keep him when I manage United as well. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's going to conclude the episode. We'll go to the schedule, and our next one, I think, will be end of May. So not quite the end of the season. Will it be end of the season? No, it won't. It'll be before the last game of the season. Yeah, so I'll join you next, basically, in the whole game. Well, after the whole game. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I do apologise, this is a bit of a quieter episode. Not a lot has been going on with a couple of injury problems. Unfortunately, we're knocked out of the Europa League, as I said. League form, 2 draws and a win, so at least we didn't lose in the league. And yeah, we're pushing for Europa League again, so it's a very, very similar season for next season. Hopefully we can really build on the team in the summer and get some real good transfers in and push on and see what we can do. But yeah, I mean, we've got a good team already building. We've got Verratti, Florenzi's in there as well. Delph's still not bad. Look, the 2 Romeros are absolutely unreal. Kolka's a great centre-back. Balanta's a good centre-back. Okore will probably look to go. Phil Jones is in there. Jonathan Silva is a great left-back. Corchia. Good goalkeepers as well in Scuffe and Jed Steer. Up top we've got Icardi or Enriquez. And then Munir on the left. They've got Memphis Depay. Sol, great player. Ibe on the right as well. But yeah, so things are looking up. We've got a nice, strong and good team. Hopefully we can improve on it next season. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So get your comments in, make some suggestions of who you think we should possibly look at to buy in the summer. It's coming up very, very soon. So it's not this next episode, but this episode after. It'll be a bit of a season review of how our second season's gone. It's crazy to think we're at this end of the second season. We will, obviously the long term is to target and win the Champions League. One day Aston Villa will win the Champions League and yeah, conclude the series. So yeah, don't forget we've also got the World Network game every single Saturday at 1 o'clock. We've also got the new series, which is the Building a Force, which is the York City series. After this one, that'll become the main channel series until the end of FM 15, and FM 16 will come out. So yeah, fingers crossed. We've got lots of work to do with Villa, then we've got lots of work, even more work to do with York City. But yeah, get your support in, and I'll see you guys in episode number 20. Cheers, guys.